Good morning. Look, there's no transition for that. Isn't that crazy? Hold on. There's no transition? Oh, it isn't. Just a fade. Welcome, everyone. Sunday morning. Sunday morning. Let's get this Microsoft Game Showcase. Let's see what you have. We filmed this morning our reactions, basically, or thoughts on the PlayStation and Summer Games Fest. We didn't get to finish a Future Game Show. yesterday. So I was watching it a little bit. We got back from Pasadena and we were safe. We were safe. Pasadena wasn't on fire. Pasadena wasn't. Paramount was, but Pasadena wasn't. But we are going to just hang out for a little bit. I got a bunch of freaking comments, you guys. I have so many comments on the Andor video, and thank you so much for the support on the Andor video. It is truly, it's exciting, first off, and it's I don't know, humbling, I guess, to have so many of you reacting to it. And yeah, it's been fun talking about it when I can, but I'm going to sit right here, and we're just going to hang out and answer some of your comments live while we wait for Summer Games Fest, or not Summer Games Fest, for the Summer Showcase. And also, I got a video that I'm rendering right now, or not rendering, but it's generating the sample files for it. So the computer may be a little sluggish. But yeah, we're just gonna answer some comments and hang out until about 9:45, and then cut over to that stream, get that going. But yeah, hope you guys are having a great weekend. I have one more day off of work. I have tomorrow off work. I have a bunch of work here to do, so like a bunch of editing that I need to do for the next week, and then hopefully get all that up this week. Our reactions, our thoughts on the showcases, and then we have a video that we just recorded yesterday at SoCal Gaming Expo. So good time. But yeah, let's just listen to some music, chill for a little bit, and answer some comments. Yeah, so let's just go into the first one. Let's see. I'm gonna go from order of recently published. Recently. Yeah, newest. Okay. So, HSR 107. Oops. So, HSR 107, the original 1977 movie, no episode number, no New Hope, no sequels, no digital re-editing, as a standalone is honestly one of the most amazing movies of all time. It belongs alongside some films like The Godfather, Casablanca, and The Wizard of Oz as one of the absolute best examples in American cinema. I'll agree with that. I think it's in the American Film Library. It also doesn't really fit so well in the franchise it spawned. It is a little bit different, yeah. Now, in terms of the media franchise created out of the financial success of that one movie, then yes, the 2 seasons of Andor is absolutely the best quality product by any metric other than fanboy BS. Fanboy BS. Oh, like the fan fiction? It's probably the only product that could still be great even if it weren't Star Wars product. I agree. It just needs much of the rest of the franchise, especially Rogue One, to provide the context to its existence. So that's actually a good point. That's actually a video I want to make. Is yes, this is the best thing ever made in Star Wars, but it would be nothing without what came first. Yeah. So they're like two kinds of apples and oranges to me. In my opinion, the real question for Andor would be whether it belongs in the same list as dramas like Breaking Bad and Sopranos without the Star Wars fan support. Truthfully, I feel it does, and would still if it were about the birth of any generic revolution against a tyrannical totalitarian dictatorship. Anyway, first time listener, first time caller, but I really enjoy what I heard. Hey, awesome. No, HSR. Not a jerk at all. I'm gonna like it. Apply. I'm gonna say, hey, thank you so much. You guys really don't know what it means to like these kind words. It really does. Not saying, you know, it glazes me or anything like that, but it really does go a long way, because there's some like dickwads in here too, and that kind of hurts. So I try to take everything for what it is, but really, thank you for your kind words, truly. I would say that Andor does stand up against those. But, man, Breaking Bad is just throughout. I don't think there was a lull with Breaking Bad. And then Sopranos I haven't seen. I'm not sure it stands toe-to-toe with Breaking Bad especially. That was good from beginning to end. Beginning to end. Andor, I did feel some lulls. Not the biggest fan of Arc 1. Fan of half of Arc 1. Season 2. While the stuff with... Oh my god, it's been so long. The rest of the group is fine. Rest of the group was fine. The Andor portion felt like a way to get him separated. And I thought of this point as well. Andor as a show had it easy. It didn't have to entirely world build as it is a part of a previously established universe. So there are a lot of things it doesn't have to explain. And yes, the OG Star Wars movie belongs in a museum. I'm gonna do a snarky face. How about I do a snark? I'm gonna do a laugh. It needs to be protected and studied as to why it is classic. To me, it is the sense of motion and speed, and not panic, but what else is the first Star Wars movie? It is tension, motion, speed, and tension that it is able to achieve in the final act. But everything coming after the movie has definitely built extra lore around it. Like, it protected in a layer of lore. Protected and built a huge amount of lore around it. For instance, Obi-Wan interacting with Luke. There's lots context that changes due to the prequels. For me. So, like, for instance, to me, Obi-Wan is really just trying to get Luke, and Yoda is trying to get Luke just to take down Vader, just to take down the dark side. They don't care about Vader. They don't care about Anakin. Like, it hurts. He was a good friend and all that stuff. It's betrayed. To me, they're trying to get Luke to destroy Vader for them. Like, just take care of this guy for me really quick, and then, you know, we'll be good. The universe will be fine. But, this is really something that I do want to make a video about. But just think for about... Just imagine if Shadows of the Empire got the Andor treatment. Insane. Thank you again for the kind words. And watching. Pray. Cool. The sequels is the worst live action. So this is from Shay Penny DK. Okay. Shay Penny. The sequels is the worst live action Star Wars ever made. Even The Acolyte is better. Oh, shit. As much as I don't like the... Ooh, no. I disagree wholeheartedly. As much as I don't like the sequels, there is some redeeming qualities about the sequels. And first off is, at least Last Jedi's cinematography. The cinematography and the CG work that they were able to pull off in the sequels is phenomenal. Even the Holdo maneuver, where she uses light speed and no one else has ever done it in the history of Star Wars, that looks and sounds fantastic. Like the creativeness of it, the craft of it, it looks amazing. But oh my god, dude, no. I'm gonna love your comment, man. You really you really are making me defend the sequels. I understand the feeling, but to me, the sequels are above Acolyte. Purely on the cinematography. What up, Brett? The sequels had a ton to offer. I mean, they didn't... Good morning. I forgot to allow you in. What's up? Good morning. We still haven't taken our supplements. I think the sequels, even if they didn't have... They had a ton to offer, but I don't think they achieved it. But at least in cinematography, CG work, and some other stuff, it is better than The Acolyte. By the way, what was the sequels... What was Force Awakens budget? Good morning. I hope you're doing well, dude. Oh my god. Ugh, 533 million. Ugh. The only truly poorly bad one was the third one. And that's because the fans were weird. The fans were weird on Lost Jedi, right? Purely on cinematography and CG work. Dude, Rian Johnson was doing some really cool visual stuff that I had only dreamed of in a Star Wars. And visually, like him standing in front of the gorilla walker, the gorilla AT-AT, was insane. Are above the Acolyte purely on cinematography and CG work. I understand that Acolyte may have had more to do with temptation of the dark, but the execution of everything in that show was dog water. I do think that with a better script, the sequels could have been absolutely insane. With the talent still in place. Thank you so much for watching. And sharing your thoughts. I don't get it. He was building though, and you gotta deliver in a Star Wars film. I've grown more uneasy with the portrayal of Luke though. Yeah, dude. I just feel like it was a time where everybody was trying to disassemble the hero, like to wasn't where I'm thinking of. Had the right pieces and none of the vision. It felt improvised and ad-libbed. Yeah. Ugh, God. They made it as they went. It felt like guesswork. Yeah. Deconstruction, yes, that deconstruction. So it was like a deconstruction of the hero. Again, I have an essay that I wrote talking about heroism and what Luke is in the sequels and what he became because he was the hero. And he even says it in Last Jedi. He's like, because I was Luke Skywalker, he didn't want to fail. Like, he put himself into this mythical status, but in the end, he's just a man. I get that deconstruction, but at the same time, the instincts that Luke has in the OG OT, it doesn't carry over into The Last Jedi. It doesn't carry, like, that thought process that Luke has, it's not consistent. And maybe that's something to say about a hero and becoming a mythical hero and how that deteriorates who you are as a person, and you have to live up to this expectation. Like that's another part. So, like, him becoming this full-fledged Jedi, and I do believe that Luke is more powerful than Anakin. I don't know. We've never seen it. I do, though. Saw someone say Luke already confronted the greatest evil and came out alright, but Kylo Ren's evil never rivaled what Palpatine was capable of. We never saw it, though. And that's the other part, too, I didn't like about the sequels. The only time we ever saw a vision in anything Star Wars related was like a vision inside of Anakin's head, which, again, is actually not normal for Star Wars. We've never seen a vision. You know what I mean? Hux blew up multiple planets and Kylo is the scary one. Dude, I know. Like, I guess Kylo, maybe, did he see Kylo turning his back on the Jedi Order and burning all that down and murdering all the younglings? Like, is that more? But really, he annihilated, you're right, an entire star system. But then Hux was, I'm the spy. Like, what the fuck? Sorry, I've been cussing a lot lately, but that really pissed me off. Luke never would have engaged his saber. No. And I think that was also a it's a failed attempt on, like, masculinity too. Like, Luke could have been, like, everything that we've seen of Luke, it's just so much different. You know what I mean? Like, he was like, I can kill it, I can do it. That's not him. That's not him. But again, is it the corruption of becoming a hero, and to all these people, he is a mythical figure? Did that corrupt who Luke was and all those instincts that he had before? So that's my thought. I'm like, maybe the hero corrupted his thoughts on that kind of thing. You know what I mean? But he would have never done that. No. Act 1, the rebels were supposed to be terrible. This was the start, multiple desperate groups coming together, but not fully trusting each other. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. Understood. 100%. 100. We gotta keep an eye out on the clock too. I still think it was executed terribly, though. I would be more interested in showing that with Saw's teams and the other factions. Thank you for the thoughts here. It's hot in here, man. My pits. Luckily, this shirt's already dirty. It's gross. Thank you for bringing up the failure of the viewer to understand what was happening with Brasso yelling at the farmer. Although I think I misunderstood one of the other parts, but one of the things I love the most about the series and a lot of Gilroy's work is how characters are communicating different things with words to mask their underlying goal. Possibly my favorite scene in the whole series is Mon Mothma throwing her husband under the bus about gambling because she knew her driver was a plant. There you go. There you go. And needed the word to get back to the Empire of where her money was going, but it needed to seem private. Expert writing. 100%. Great points. You really do need to watch the show instead of being on your phone. Engagement is more than just a view. It's comprehension. And that's something we are losing in society and pop culture as well. Amazing thoughts here. I thought Brasso was coming back. Oh, no. No, I'm sorry. Mm-mm. It is what isn't said that's important. Thank you again. Dude, my nails are weird. My right hand has nails. My left hand doesn't. I bit them off. But just typing with these nails, I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it. Okay, you can't even call this Star Wars. Where are the twirling, spinning, color guard lightsabers? Why don't they bring out some clones? They grew up watching 133 cartoon episodes of the Clone Wars, and Tony Gilroy can't show us one damn clone. Where is Tatooine? I mean, I don't like sand, but you gotta have some sand in a Star Wars show. It's just not right. Where the fuck is Jar Jar Binks? Another ruined childhood. Believe me, I wish I could just wish my feelings away, but like Padme said to Anakin after he slaughtered an entire tribe of sand people, to be angry is to be human. I see what you did there. 10 out of 10 comment. Crown. Ever since you showed me that I can do emotes, I've been using it too much. Thank you, Steve. So funny. That's why I'm around, bud. To tell me to emote emojis? Nah, more than that. More than that, bud. On a side note, Andor reminds me of Revan. Huh. Dang, how so? Love it. Let me know. Love it. I want to know how. How does that remind him of Revan? Rogue One is, in my opinion, is this done rendering? It is? That's good. Okay, that's good. I got this video I'm going to edit. I got 2 videos talking about gaming that I'm going to edit and post, hopefully this week. Rogue One is, in my opinion... What up? Oh my god, Dill, how are you? I didn't notice. I'm so sorry. I'm not used to Kick. Linux better? I hope you're still there, Dill. I'm not used to my Kick chat, honestly. I haven't tied it into my my streamer bot yet. Linux is better? Linux is better at what? I gotta pay more attention. Rogue One is, in my opinion, unless you want more lightsabers, then it's one of the prequels. Alright. Can't argue with that. I too love Rogue One, which makes me love Andor too, really. Let's see. I made a 20-minute review and retrospective on why I love it. I do need to make a video talking about Phantom Menace and why I like it now. I used to not. Can't argue with that. I too love Rogue One. It makes me love Andor too, really. I made a 20-minute review and retrospective on why I love it. I do need to make a video talking about Phantom Menace, though. And why it's awesome. Thank you for the thoughts. Alright, pair Gilroy with a producer to make it more mass appeal. How do you... What? What does that mean? What does that mean, my dude? Grant Tolbert. Favreau produce, Gilroy write and protect, Thrawn trilogy, $1 billion for 3 films equals Star Wars saved. Dang, how are you gonna do a Thrawn trilogy though? I too would love this type of treatment for a more mystical and force I would say like force related show. I think not the seriousness of it, but it's more so like I mean, it is serious. I think that it's taken seriously. I think the cinematography and work there should be in the Star Wars mystic space rather than static framing. Sort of boring. You think they can pull off the Thrawn trilogy? Off the Thrawn story? I doubt it. I never hated the prequels, I just thought they needed some fine-tuning. I can see that. 100%. Problem is when you make a dude basically a god or messiah. It's hard for a collaborative art form such as film. And while George did take feedback, I do know that he is stubborn. Very stubborn. And he's got a vision. Thank you so much for watching. Oh man. There's so many of you guys. It's crazy. I had to get some done. I think the director has done a great job showing the light and dark side. Oh, this is in this one. Such a rebellion, the heroes that are required for such a thing. In the original trilogy, it seemed as though everyone was doing good because the cause was just after all. However, in reality, rebellions are those in the trenches had to give away some of their morals sometimes to get the job done. If there were a way for the save the galaxy without any innocent lives being lost, I'm sure they would do it. But it's never that simple. Andor's characters all serve the greater purpose of the rebellion, but crucially, they go to lengths that have not been previously seen in Star Wars. Saw Gerrera in the animated series was truly the first real example of this concept, and he wasn't the most popular initially, but within the context of Andor is seen differently, and his death in the movies is seen as tragic. Andor is so much more true to life than Star Wars is used to, and especially in the new political climate, people are deeply relating to it in ways one could only really anticipate. No one could really anticipate. Interesting. Love the Scandroid. profile picture. Great thoughts here. Great thoughts here. I think that's what the purpose. The show was that these individuals will not be celebrated, and they are not the what do you think, public facing heroes of the rebellion, which is a tragic tale, really. Like I say in the video, no medals, no ceremonies. Would love to see I would love to see a Band of Brothers type story, 10-part miniseries during the rebellion, during the War of the Rebellion. I would love to. 10-part miniseries during the War of the Rebellion. And following the characters throughout, ground level. Think that would be cool. I really do think that would be cool. I think that'd be awesome. A 10-part miniseries of the Rebels. I don't know what you can do. What would actually be awesome to tell in that story? I guess it would just be another war film, war series. You know, Pacific, Band of Brothers, that kind of thing. But having it in that universe, I guess what would make that even special? I don't know. I don't know if it would be. I don't know if it would be. Arc 1's, this is from Web Danster. Arc 1's inept rebels sell on Yavin showcases in Season 2 what Cassian had to do in Narcana 5 in Season 1. It forces the audience to experience Cassian's experiences, and mentally we don't have time for this. Yes, I fast forward through much of those in rewatches, but that's because I already experienced the waiting game for the first time viewing them. This is not any failure of writers, directors, or the creator. This is a part of the mess heroes in any rebellion have to encounter and persist through to get back to the missions needed for success. I like it. I like that thought. Showing what really happens with people in these situations. Almost like a mob mentality. You have a rebellion mentality. And without structure or organization, many rebellions fall to ruin. They do. Which is ironic. Freedom is chaos. Great thoughts here, and thank you for watching. $650 million for Andor doesn't occur without creator Tony Gilroy having delivered Rogue One to the box office. Tallies more than $1.25 billion to Disney and Lucasfilm in 2016. Really did made that much? Dang. Really made that much? I think Tony does have a relationship with Kathleen, though, too. And she believes in his vision here. Who knows, really? Behind the scenes. Okay, so the next one is from Nick Goodlock. So we're supposed to believe the handgun Jin shot a robot with was higher caliber than the rifles the Empire is using to no effect on robots? Right? Again, I need to rewatch Rogue One. Rewatch? One word? Hyphenate it. Rewatch Rogue One and see if she's able to penetrate armor with an E11 blaster or a pistol. And that's why K2 picks up the dude. Arc 2 eats Arc 1. Yeah, for sure. The writers plagiarized much of Season 2 from old World War II films. They turned a story about a collective action into just another tired, chosen one story. Season 2 was pretty bad. They turned a story about collective action into just another tired, chosen one story. Dang, really? Is this due to the interaction with the Force Healer? I was invested into every single character in the storyline. Somehow, Partagaz was my favorite characters. Oh, calibrate your enthusiasm. I love that. I am going to be saying that in my everyday life. When someone is too excited. Such a great character. And to see him be eaten up by the cog is fascinating. Fascinating. At this point, I'm left crying at the horrifying realization that there is another long wait time to see anything this great to show up again. I'm having that feeling as well. Kind of sad. For sure. So we're just answering a bunch of comments from the Andor show, and we're going to cut over to the Xbox showcase in like 5 minutes. But they start at 9. So grab your coffee, grab your drinks, grab your breakfast, your little French toast sticks. We'll get into it. This is a Faith Ibuyu. I don't know how to say that. So it's Faith. I'm having that feeling as well. Kind of sad for sure. I'm interested in the Ahsoka characters. But the execution of that show left me depressed. Alright, I love watching videos of people glazing Andor as much as I do. Glaze like a donut. Except Arc 1. Okay, I must admit, this is from Daily Damage. Daily Damage. I must admit the show with those, what? I must admit that the show with those irrelevant guys, you know the episode I mean, made me nearly lose hope. Oh, the Rebels, right. But a new hope emerged after seeing the rest of the series continued after that pointless filler episode. Both seasons were excellent and can't actually believe that a TV series could appear that made me fall back in love with Star Wars, especially as my experiences with the franchise just continued to sour. To the point that I do this day... What? Experiences with the franchise just continue to sour to the point that I, to this day, have not yet seen The Last Jedi. Dang! Dang, okay. Been almost 10 years. What made you not want to see that? Force Awakens? Let's see. Andor is about telling a story, not selling merch or becoming a theme park ride. Yeah. Yeah. That should be your #1 goal, is to tell the story. But the problem is all the investors just care about their money. But they don't understand that if you tell the good story with great characters, that there's your money back right there. Holy crap. I'm gonna... on second viewing, the Lord of Flies ragtag rebel dumbasses were ineptly hilarious. I did get some humor from it as well. But still, I can't. I can't. I don't know. I can't get on board that it was good. Anyone saying it was good, in my opinion. But 100% need to tell a good. You need to tell a good story before you even care about doing merch. Story with characters people can love and relate to. People can love and relate to before ever talking about a ride or merch. Great points here. Cool. This is from Lord Telperion. I'd pay good money to see a series about Mon Mothma. Right? House of Cards. House of Cards. Star Wars edition. Uh, 22 Vel. This is from the Lord as well. So it looks like it's funny. It's crazy. He was leaving comments while watching. Vel also accosts him because those tears belong to her. Right. She's not allowed to grieve for Cinta. Then sure as shit, Vel won't let him do it. As the saying goes, don't apologize, make it right. For sure. Those tears are hers. Good thought. 1908, I would say that he's more Dr. Mengele. Oh, because the experiments? Dang, that's freaking true. Shit. What up, Brandon? How are you, dude? Are you ready for some Xbox games, my bro? Welcome, welcome. 1554, I would agree. I would argue that the party scene isn't too long, as it's interspersed with the scene of Bix and friends fighting off their lives. Gilroy loves to use contrast, and these scenes show us the incredible distance between Bix, Mon's experiences. Yeah. Yeah. Are we allowed to do that anymore? Or no. Also, to show where Mon Mothma comes from, the Titanic fall she's on the verge of experiencing. I love the contrast that we are able to see with her in the beginning. With these truly gorgeous costumes. Truly gorgeous gowns, dresses, get-ups. The whole thing is freaking awesome. And then to see her basically in rags at the end is awesome. I love the contrast we're able to see with her in the beginning with the gorgeous. How do you spell gorgeous? Dresses and gowns. To then have her in basically rags. At the end. And I guess the chaos of the party scene does kind of go along with the Bix stuff. It is kind of interesting looking at the two women characters and how one is... Mon Mothma is almost powerless in that scene, and then Bix is being powerful in the scene. That's interesting. I like that. Mon is powerless to stop Luthen, but Bix is powerful in stopping her attacker. I still think it's too long, though. It's too long, though. Yes, I can't spell gorgeous. Okay, we have to cut over to the freaking Terminator 8 release this week? What? The comic. Did it? Let me see, League of Comic Geeks. Dude, I got the first issue, but I didn't grab any more. Terminator. It's my colors. It's my colors. What the hell? Deathstroke the Terminator? Hell yeah. Let's see, where is the new comic? Terminator 2025. Let's see if I can find it here. T800. I'm a T800 under the motor contributions. Let me see if I can find another way. Number 8. Let me do that. There we go. We found it. Okay. This one? The blue looks cool. That purple light goes hard. It's cool. Is it a different issue? Oh, the variant. Is there another variant? That's sick. This light beams is sick too. You cannot beat the design of the T800, which is basically a human, but it's freaking cool. You had it? Oh, okay. The C variant? That's sick. Hell yeah. It almost looks like a, what is it, a laser beam or a light showing on him? How is that comic? Are you digging it? Are you digging it? Reminds me of high school yearbook photo. Alright, where are we gonna watch it? We gotta watch it on Xbox. We gotta watch it on Xbox. We gotta watch it on great quality. We are in great quality. Beautiful. Okay, let's cut over. Ugh, that's gross. I'm sorry. Alright, let's go. You know what we got, you guys. We got the rating system. If a game looks great, we give it the freaking trophy that it looks great. If it looks meh, looks okay, we give it the little side. And then if it looks terrible, we give it the snooze fest. Which I know I still haven't updated the graphic of Doc. Sorry. I know. What do you think is going to happen? Is this going to be the best showcase out of all of them? I didn't get to finish Future Game Showcase. I didn't get to finish it yesterday. There's a lot of games that they announced. I enjoy Future Game Showcase almost more than Summer Games Fest, because there's a lot less celebrity glazing. Freaking Jeff Keighley loves Mads Mikkelsen and Hideo Kojima! I love Kojima too, but it's just not the same. Holy shit, someone already answered? Not fair to compare them on a technical standpoint. The budgets aren't even close to being the same league. Still, man, $250 million for Acolyte. I'm sorry, Shay. I'm sorry. Acolyte still has a better story, and I would actually like to see where this story would have gone. I really believe a lot of people got biased and blindsided by the vitriol and that surrounded the show. I don't know about this. If you're out there, Shay, I'm going to answer your comment again. I really believe a lot of people got biased and blindsided by the vitriol that surrounded the show, all the trash talking from the so-called influencers. A lot of people haven't even given a fair chance and made up their own opinion. They just jumped on the hate train, but like sheep. Budget for the trilogy was over $1 billion. The Acolyte was 180 million. I thought it was 250 million. And if we count how much money per minute on screen, dude, what sucks is the Acolyte is so short. And they did nothing with it. You love Doc? I used to love Doc, man. After that whole debacle, though, I just need to see we need to see the texts. Mondays are for the champions. Champions Club. Yep. I just can't, man. I'm sorry. I don't know. Like, I wish he would just come out with the DMs. Just get it over with. But it's his life, and if he's doing fine, he's doing fine. I just can't really watch him anymore because of that. It sucks. Doc was really big for me during COVID, man. Doc was big. Like, he was there entertaining us while I was stuck at home in 2020. You know, I found him more and more interesting, more entertaining, and yeah, I just couldn't after a while. Like, after that, I mean. And I'm a with Midnight Society. I met him at an event 2 or 3 years ago now too. So it was in LA at the FaZe headquarters. Met him. They had endless drinks for us. I was an early adopter for Midnight Society. I was a founder. So basically, I paid $60 for a what are those called? What are those things called? FNT, NFT, one of those things. What's FNT? Friday Night Tights. I paid. It was basically that, but it gave you a bunch of early builds. Like I played 1.0, 2.0, all the way up to 5, and I played the game a lot. And I liked it a lot. Vertical extraction shooter, and now we're in such a huge, saturated extraction shooter market. It's gonna be crazy this holiday. Okay. 40 seconds in. Let's go. Come on, Microsoft. Let's see what you got. The whole scenario stinks. Yeah, I had to find different streamers, different people to watch, you know? I had to find some different people. And a lot of the other streamers that are gamers or Warzoners, it's just, I don't... Like, Tim only worked with me with Doc. I'm not a big fan of Nick Mercs. I don't like Courage. I just find that all kind of really cringe. Especially because since they're all the same age as me. I don't know, maybe younger people like it. Alright, let's go. Are we loud enough? Are we loud enough? No, let's go louder. Let's go. Come on, Phil. And Sarah Bond. And Satya can hang out somewhere else. I don't want to see Satya. He's made some cracked out decisions. Here we go. Is this new title cards? Okay. In-game footage and cinematics. In-game footage. Oh, are we really? Arcadia, day 1. Oh, cool.
Do you think I care that
hell yeah, pick up the popcorn, baby.
We didn't come to Arcadia to get bogged down in pointless warfare. We came to spread freedom and liberate resources for profit. But this pesky Earth Directorate agent is mucking things up.
Outer Worlds 2, I want to play it.
They're not alone in doing so. And they think they can just choose how things play out. They could stop us from stealing the Protectorate's brainwashing technology, which we need to improve our market share. What if this stranger aligned with the Order and that world computer of theirs? That could be the key.
Talking about the different
closing
factions?
that threaten the colonies. So, you see why this menace must be wiped from the face of existence. Or, better yet, brought to our side.
Does it look better than
through the
Starfield?
power of
I think it does.
Capitalism. Now, let's get out there and buy our way to victory.
Stitch.
I'm yearning and yearning for you.
A little slow-mo action.
Hard and relevant. Every last bit of my way. Every last bit that I
Yeah.
pay, every last bit
Okay.
that I save is intended for you.
I will say, what was that last Obsidian game that came out, to No Affair, that we played? I think they learned a lot of melee mechanics from that game and put it into this one. But this one actually has character. Another fall release.
Someday perhaps I'll own two. For now I'll take one that's brand new. 'Cause I'm yearning and burning for you.
Sniped in the face.
For you.
Oh my god, a day before
An
Arc
adventure made for
Raiders.
capitalism
No.
by capitalism.
That's funny.
Inflate our impressions and egos by staying
Oof,
tuned after
that's
the
tough.
showcase.
That's tough. A day before Arc Raiders. God, Arc Raiders needed to release right now, dude. It needed to release right now. We're in the summertime.
World premiere.
They got the voice. They got the voice. World premiere.
What's wrong?
I'm sorry. I've just been so depressed lately.
You know, it would fix everything. Humanzaprom.
What the hell is this? Life, what was that called? What was that game? Oh my god. Are they making a sequel to that game? Is it Prince? Look at the arm. What the fuck? Oh, drugs. Yeah. Get me out of the drug pill thing.
Yeah, humans are barely sentient. Scientists have done studies, and their brains are like half the size of ours.
High on Life. Wow, I cannot believe it got a sequel. Coming this winter. That's quick. Oh, we forgot to do this. Did the first game do well?
World premiere.
Honestly, without gameplay, I'm just gonna give it an okay. In engine. Diablo. Diablo third-person action game. That'd be kind of crazy. A Diablo third-person action game instead of an ARPG. Tomb Raider. Ugh. Oh, is this Wonder Woman? Is this Wonder Woman? Is the lasso of truth? No. That'd be kind of crazy. Resonance. A Plague Tale legacy. Interesting. A Plague's Tale. There are so many Plague's Tale games. I'm actually quite shocked. The cube. What's going on here? A little controller action? What are we doing? What are we talking about? No. What? What the hell? They're making their own. Oh no, are they following what PlayStation did? Come on, what are we doing? Oh, okay. They're teaming up with Asus. Your game's seamless play. Cool. Download natively, stream from the cloud. You know, yeah, why build your own when you can team up with Asus? Works just like an Xbox controller. Windows. This is an Xbox. Impulse triggers, wow. This is an Xbox. ROG Xbox Ally X. What? So ROG Xbox Ally X and then ROG XXXX Ally
At Xbox,
X.
we strive
What up,
to
Sarah?
put the player first.
Been a while.
And that's what you've seen from us over the years. We've led the industry with backward compatibility. We championed crossplay and cross progression. We delivered Game Pass, first on console, then on PC, and with cloud
PC
gaming.
Game Pass is a
So
win.
what's next? How can we give you even more freedom, more choice, more ways to play? Our next step is to unify your gaming no matter where you buy or play. So we're building an Xbox experience designed for players, not locked to a single store or tied to one device. The Xbox Ally is an Xbox you can hold in your hands, bringing together the power of Xbox and the freedom of Windows.
Pants are kind of cool.
On
Like
this
Damascus
Xbox, you
steel.
can play games across your entire library, including all the Windows PC game stores, from
Drippin'.
Xbox and Battle.net to Steam, GOG, and Ubisoft Connect.
Battle.net.
And
Wow.
the highly anticipated
You got your
Hollow
Discord
Knight
right there.
Silksong will be available at launch and in Game Pass when the Ally releases later this year. In fact, every new game you see in today's show will be playable on the Xbox Ally.
Interesting. They're really pushing that
We
thing.
have
Cool.
always wanted you to have the unique experience of Xbox on any screen. That's why we're investing in Xbox Play Anywhere. Whether you're playing on console, PC, smart TV,
It is
or
pretty
any
cool.
Windows handheld like the new Xbox Ally, the Xbox experience roams with you. Your library, progression, friends, and achievements. There are over 1,000
It is pretty cool that I
Xbox
can play on my
Anywhere
PC, then
games
we go into the
on
bedroom
Xbox
and it's there.
today.
Same exact save with
And
Expedition.
every new game you see in today's show, from our partners and our studios, is Xbox Play Anywhere.
Cool.
And because it's
It's a
Xbox,
good- it's a good
you
thing,
can
man.
always
It's
have
good.
access to Game Pass with a diverse lineup of games from the biggest franchises to critically acclaimed indie hits. This is the freedom we believe players should
Indiana
have.
Jones.
Any game, anywhere. And we are giving it our all every day to make this vision real. But it all comes back to the games. From Dead to Rights on the original Xbox to Armored Core 6, our relationship with Bandai Namco Entertainment has stood the
Armored
test
Core,
of time.
man.
We
Speaking my
both
language.
believe in bringing amazing experiences to players around the world, and their next game does exactly that.
What are we
From
talking
Rebel
about?
Wolf Studio. This is a story-rich action RPG steeped in dark fantasy.
Single-player
that I can't wait
action
for you to
RPG?
explore. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Let's go. Bye, Sarah. Bandai Namco. Rebel Wolves. In-game footage. Bandai Namco.
Monsters have always been here.
The
Watching
Witcher.
from the shadows. And when we were at our weakest, they came out into the light. We feared for our lives. But we should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us.
Vampires.
They came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead.
Blade. Eastern Europe Blade.
Their worst nightmare.
Cool.
A Dawnwalker.
Dawnwalker. They
Trapped
couldn't say
between
Daywalker.
two worlds. Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand the evil behind it all. He is out there watching.
Somebody's watching me.
Growing.
Next year. So you can fight with just your claws, maybe at night. Looks like a day and night cycle. Blood of the Dawnwalker. Sure. Sure. I think the character designs is a little bit lackluster. Look at the hands and stuff, yeah. Little bit lackluster, but cool. Another action RPG. Third person.
World premiere.
He said the thing. He said the thing. What up, Mando? Dawnwalker and the quest to find the McRib. How are you, Mando? Good to see you. Yo, McRibs are good. I don't know what it is. Rib meat squished up into the shape of a rib. It's kind of ironic that it's rib meat, but they have to remake it into the shape of a rib. Good, I can only stay a few minutes. No worries, dude. Little Xbox gaming showcase right here. Is this a little blood thing? Is this a little blood? Oh my god. If you love 3D platformers, this is you right here. Did you get the questions? I did, yes. I got the questions and they're in my OneNote, sir. Oh, Super Meat Boy! Super Meat Boy was 2D, right?
Watch
Yeah,
your
I think
back,
that looked great.
Yakumo. You're a wanted criminal.
Yeah, no worries. Platinum!
Kill the Dark Dragon myself.
Here we go, Ninja Gaiden, baby.
My duty
This is what we saw earlier.
Ninja.
Yeah, I got them in my OneNote.
Breaking the Dark
I
Dragon
got the questions in my OneNote. Ready to roll. Thank you for doing that. Dude, Ninja Gaiden. That's sick.
Sayori.
Ryu.
There's something I need your help with.
Fantastic. If it plays just as well as Ninja Gaiden, what, 2 that we played? Fantastic. But we've already seen this, just saying. We've already seen this, but it looks great. Fantastic.
The Dark Dragon is mine.
Ninja Gaiden 4. October 21st. Oh my god. This holiday season is insane. Somebody's gonna balk. Somebody's gonna balk. Somebody's gonna reschedule. I swear they are. New He-Man live action movie coming out next year. Hoping someone makes a He-Man game. There hasn't been one since the European game for GameCube. That'd be legit. What would you want to see?
Here we go.
I had a great time with this game, this Indiana Jones game. I had a great time.
What are you doing, Jones? Are you crazy?
Mr. Jones! It's a good game. A new adventure begins. What do we got? DLC?
This is where it starts.
Whoa.
Beneath the streets of Rome. Enter the city of Antioch.
find the secret relic. Bring it back to the Holy See.
Okay.
Defend the secret. They worshipped the giants.
What? I would like a free roam He-Man game like Skyrim, but on He-Man's planet. No worries, see you later, Mando. That's pretty tall order to have a Skyrim-like game for He-Man. Look at these cats. This might be DLC September 4th. Is it free? September 4th, 2025. Yep, PS5 too. Releasing there. Honestly, I really did like the Indiana Jones game. I had a great time with it.
World premiere.
I had a great time with it. It was fun. Have a great day, Mando. Appeared in this land. Bethesda could make a He-Man game bites. Game Freak. Ooh, that frame rate. Oh, okay. Third-person action with a Dogi. Soulsborne games, huh? Or this is more like a, not a Monster Hunter, per se. Is this more of a Soulsborne? (4026) humanity awaits its inevitable extinction. Wow, that's cool. Mixture of feudal and future. This actually looks like the game that I kind of wanted from that one Flower Ninja game. Beast of Reincarnation. Beast of that's a. There's something you need to do with that logo there, though. Looks cool. They're getting in on the Eastern third-person action Soulsborne titles, so that's good.
The glittering streets of Avalon sure do shine, because they sweep their filth down to us.
Oh, Clockwork? The Tango.
Here's
Cool.
to playing in the mud.
In Exile, yeah.
Life here
What was
ain't
it
for the
called?
soft-hearted.
Clockwork something.
You will be paying me back.
I love it.
You fucking rust.
It ain't for the spineless.
To keep your filthy pickers off me.
And this sure as shite ain't for the decent.
That's a clean sweep for one.
The knob.
There has been a crime! Justice itself has been affronted!
I love the character. This is art.
Yes, I got that part. Do you know anyone who
Looks beautiful.
might wish you ill?
Look, he's missing an arm.
We
That's
can't
cool.
arrest and question everyone. Let's see if we can narrow the suspects down a bit.
They were,
Trust your instincts, sir.
tall.
Yes, sir.
Built rather slim, well, muscular. Mm-hmm. Was very quick.
Look at the
Agile
graphical
would go
fidelity of
on.
that.
With a mustache. No,
That looks
larger.
wonderful.
I see.
Quite fashionable. That's the fiend who robbed me.
They got
That's
my good
funny.
side this
Your character creator is now wanted.
Breaking in is the easy part.
Your brandy, sir.
Getting away with it is the real trick.
Okay, we're in the game. This is what we want to see. Give me game footage.
Worthless and dull, just like you.
Why is his beard doing that?
I have a customer. How can I help you?
I'd rather talk to you, Errol.
It's kind of blurry.
Sounds like I'll get a better deal.
You talk to me first, and him never. Got it?
Uncle's a bit touchy, ain't he, Errol?
Touchy? I say I'm touchy!
Oh.
There. Anything else you'd care to say to Errol?
That's interesting.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it.
Round here, it's all sharp
That scene was a
edges,
little rough.
empty
Still in work.
pockets,
Still in process.
and blood on the cobbles. Goodbye, Silas.
No, no! I'll hurt you, you fucking meatsack! I'll leave you with a pissing pan of peaches!
You'd either got a gang at your back, or a knife in it.
We're family here. Family takes care of its own.
Family. Family.
Can't put a price on that, can you?
Them's in charge. They don't keep order. They keep power.
Take this thing into the crucible and melt it.
Arcane. That was the game we didn't play. Arcane.
And too scared to fight back.
I don't want to.
Clockwork Revolution. That's the
That's
name.
why it pays to be clever and well armed.
Cool. Look at the blueprint, and then it switches. That's cool.
Let's go and end a few arguments.
All right, here's the game. Some technical
Don't
abilities.
get cocky. They've got a weapon far worse. Time. And if they can rewrite history, they can rewrite us.
Cool.
But look who just found Mummy's keys. Now I
Ah,
can fiddle
sick.
with time. Put the bullet back in the barrel.
My God.
Bring the
Okay.
chaos to a crawl. Take a mistake and make it like it never happened.
That's cool.
We can change the world as we know it.
So RPG like BioShock,
One
except
choice at a
time instead.
And I can even go back and change the past to change the future.
Time
And
instead.
let me tell you, the hunters don't like it when the rabbits got the gun.
Cool. Cool. I love how we have just two different versions of BioShock. Clockwork Revolution. Yeah. Looks great.
Now let me
Aw,
alone
no
and
date.
Piss off!
No date.
Our creative teams are dedicated to bringing
Matt
players
Booty.
award-winning, record-breaking, critically acclaimed
Bethesda,
games. Call of
Mojang.
Duty, Black Ops 6 from Activision, Doom: The Dark Ages from Bethesda,
good.
Diablo 4: Vessel of Hatred from Blizzard, and Avowed from
Watching
Xbox
from my
Game Studios.
greenhouse right
All
now.
of our
Whoa.
teams across Xbox First Party
No,
are
dude.
shipping their
All good.
most
All
played
good.
games ever,
Relax,
and they're
relax.
also delivering
I appreciate
more
it though, Brandon.
content than ever before.
Appreciate
From
it.
original single-player experiences
greenhouse.
to
That sounds
vast online worlds,
peaceful,
our
bro.
teams are
That sounds
empowered
peaceful. I need to
to
spend
build
some
the
time
games
outside today.
they've always dreamed of.
Clockwork
We
Orange.
want our players to
Clockwork
have the
Orange.
choice
Clockwork
and
Revolution.
flexibility of where and how they play the games our
Ninja
teams
Gaiden.
make. So of course, our games will be available day one in Game Pass, and every new game we make for both Xbox consoles and PC will be Xbox Play Anywhere. On behalf of our creative teams, thank you. These experiences don't stop when you put down the controller. As you've seen in recent years, more and more of our characters, stories, and worlds are expanding to brand new audiences through TV and film. A Minecraft movie and the Fallout TV series broke records and brought millions of players into the game. We have more projects in the works
Ooh,
as
lemon
gaming
tea.
continues
It's,
to influence film
it's
and
gotta be
television
lunchtime near
like
you,
never
eh?
before. When
Hell
it comes
yeah.
to growing new franchises,
Made some
Obsidian
lemon
is having
ginger
a year
tea.
like
Oh,
no
man,
other.
Avowed.
From launching a blockbuster
sorry.
new game like Avowed to
I'm
the
sorry.
upcoming release
I'd rather play
of the
Outer Worlds.
2 this October.
Not a big fan of
Obsidian
Avowed,
is
man.
always delivering great games, and they have
I
a
just don't
third
care.
game launching this year.
Third game?
You'll get to go deeper on it in our Direct, but until then, let's
Our
take a
Direct.
look.
What are we doing? Let's go.
World
They have a third
premiere.
game. All right. Xbox Game Studios.
I told you, you can't run from me, you foul
He-Man!
beast.
He left early.
With new flexible legs, the yoke girth action figure can ride
Yoked
anything.
girth?
Breaking news. There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will.
Grounded.
left to fight for their survival
I forgot
in the
about Grounded.
backyard of a deranged scientist. Formerly evil company Ominent Practical Technologies was set to dedicate a statue of the 4 teenagers, fast food science robot Burgle, and Dr. Tully when an explosion
I'm happy for
erupted.
everybody
Dr.
playing
Tully and the teenagers'
Grounded,
current
but we played it for a little bit. I just couldn't do it. Is this a new game in the universe, though? Oh no.
You gotta keep them separated.
This summer. Gets drunk. Again. New game. We may have to do this. Sorry. Yeah, Offspring. I may have to mute it, sorry. Ride Together. Did you guys ever play Grounded? We tried. What makes this different? Again, like, I'm happy for him. Happy for everyone who's playing. Grounded 2 already? Wow. Game preview. Huh. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Grounded, though. Like, I'll play Doom. Or Dune. And Doom.
ND3500 reached. Accessing predecessor's travel log. Attempting data salvage.
Bloober Team. Whoa.
Encountered an unprecedented orphan. It was in a state of suppressed recomposition. The behavior pattern of the orphans populating the area
Oh, we saw
is
this.
highly unusual.
I think we saw this previewed. Yeah, we saw this previewed.
They become exceptionally aggressive.
It's like a Dead Space spiritual successor.
It is highly recommended to proceed with caution.
Yeah,
Seem to
Chronos.
act more consistently, in coordination.
This looks sick, though. I'm down. I'm down. It looks great. That looks a little bit rough, but this looks great. Oh, shit.
Such is our calling.
Such is our calling.
Yeah, Chronos. Fall 2025. Another fall game. This fall is way too busy. Although I am glad to see Bethesda presents. I'm glad to see more stuff coming out in the summer. Smart. ESO? Aww. Knew it. God, again. We gotta do that, sorry. Imagine the song. Create your own story. Is it just a advertisement with ESO? Okay. Definitely doesn't look like that when you're playing, by the way. I don't think it does. Cute little kitty. Find adventure around every corner. Still going. Oh, look at a black cat with a witch hat. Join over 26 million players. That's actually impressive. Is that who's currently online? 26 million? Playing ESO? Oh. You belong here. It's so cute, little kitties. Crafted an epic sword. Band together for Tamaril's first open world-changing server-wide event. Take down the Writhing Wall this October. Cool, world event. It's cool. Again, happy for them. Worm Cult, June 18th. Happy for them. World premiere.
Mayday! Mayday! Hold one to mission control. We're falling.
What kind of accent was that? British?
Thomas, the ship's breaking apart. There's no time. Evacuate now. Thomas, come in.
Ariane, you sacrificed everything for a new world to save mankind, and I'll always love you for that.
Don't nod. Okay. Gosh, this song. Okay, imagine the song. You know the song. Third person adventure. Okay. Going through your crash. You know what? Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Does it say NASA on her shoulder or no? Oh, you're gonna hit the wall. No, it's not NASA. It's ESA or something.
Thomas,
Pure
wherever
smoke.
you are,
Aphelion.
I'll find you.
Cool logo. There he is. There is enemies, okay. There are enemies, there you go. Okay. A game in collaboration with European Space Agency. Wow, so what was that? European Space Agency? What have they ever done? Huh.
World premiere.
Welcome to England, Mr. David. I know this must be a shock, having never met your real father, but he left you this hotel in his will. It's been in your family for generations, much like the caretaker. He's a little eccentric. You'll see.
Let me welcome you to the Grand, a hotel famous across the land.
What are we doing?
Every room used to be in such high demand. Your wish I'll command here at the Grand.
You just give me a gun?
Hello there. It looks like you're about to do some renovations. Would you like some help with that?
Are you kidding me? A renovation game?
So my father was
It's
renovating
like a puzzle
the
game
hotel when he
almost.
disappeared.
Not just the hotel. He was helping the entire village. You have his power tools. You know, you could pick up where he left off. You seem like a good man, like he was.
I'm in. They
What?
don't suspect a thing.
Just
They
make sure
don't
the
suspect
locals
a
don't get
thing.
wind of what you're really up to. Because if they find out, they will Wicker Man your ass.
They will Wicker Man your ass.
Things are gonna start looking bad. Don't make the same
This is
mistake
like
your
Hello
father
Neighbor team. This feels like the Hello Neighbor team.
The only one you can really trust.
Punisher Cat. You got a best friend cat. It's inventive. I'll say that. There are no ghosts at the Grand. Interesting. I like it. Oh man. Yo, what up, Harry? How are you? How you doing, Harry? Nice to see you on Kick. Kicking it. How you feel about the showcase so far?
Stars in the heavens, and when we meet
What up, Harry? Good, nice, man. Nice.
could be my daughter.
It's early for a Sunday morning.
She unlocked the heavenly spear.
You enjoying any games so far? This is Dynasty Warriors. What? All new Japanese. I missed it. Shit. Pretty good? Good, man. Glad. Red Dead? Did they show Red Dead here? I love me some Red Dead though. I need to beat it. Still haven't beat it. There's too many games. You really just gotta pick it. Pick one. Age of Mythology Retold. Heavenly Spear. Okay.
If the heavenly spear is mine.
It's definitely not my bag, but definitely not my bag. I guess that's an update. Hey, if you play this game, up to you. EVR. Halfway through chapter 6? I honestly forgot where I left off. I'd have to check.
주권 국가의 자주적 결정을 누가 허락합니까?
It's an amazing game though. I bet you're having a great time.
만약 이 결정이 패권 국가의 특정 정치 집단의 이익을 저해한다면
What's this?
당신의 특정 행동이 대중의 의사결정에 영향을 미칠 수 있으며 반대로 누군가는 당신의 의사결정에 영향을 주려 한다는 것을 인지할 때 자신만의 온전한 입장을 세울 수 있지 않을까? 당신의 입장은 온전한 본인의 판단인가?
You're a lad? You're just a little lad. I'm a little lad that
그렇게 믿고 있거든.
berries and cream.
믿고 싶을 뿐.
All good, dude. But yeah, freaking Red Dead's amazing, without a doubt. I cannot believe it lost to God of War. Shouldn't have. I'm a little lad that loves berries and cream. Okay. That's not gameplay. No way. That looks great. No way.
당신은 무엇 때문에 분노하는가?
Bro? Whoa. That looks wonderful. Splinter Cell.
당신의 분노는 스스로 결정한 것인가?
Bro. No way. Do you guys think this is actually gameplay?
누군가
Would they fake us out?
이용한다. 지정태. 지정태.
I need a weapon. Cool. Mudang 2 hearts. Alright, that looks fantastic. If that's really gameplay, fudge. Whoa. That's fantastic. If they got
world premiere.
Looks cool. Almost looks like a. I could play that. I could play that. Thunderful. Wishfully. In-game purchases. Any of the games here you're interesting you? Harry? Side scroller or nah?
Novo tu alibemo igual
Open the window to the stars.
Ona utalima diefema. Teonami.
Reminds me of Inside and those types of games. Honestly, if the Inside people and Limbo, if they made a game that was like inspiring, that'd be kind of cool. Odyssey continues. Wow, pending victim on Twitch. Thank you for the best views. I'm not gonna do that, all good. Get out of here, robot. Super Cat. Cats are so in right now. Planet of Lana 2, Children of the Leaf. I mean, it looks okay. For everybody who likes that stuff, it looks good. It's not my bag, though. Just not my bag. Next year. Oh, it's coming out to multiple platforms, yeah. Play it day one with Game Pass. Another Bethesda. Fallout 76. Yeah, I gotta do our Fallout 76.
Well, hello there. Beautiful day to relax by the old fishing hole, wouldn't you say? When it comes to fishing, Appalachia is a land aswim with opportunity. Yes, you'll find fish of all flavors in every
Oh my god, they got now fishing.
From its
now
mightiest
fishing.
of rivers to its humblest of ponds.
There's now fishing
Just step
in
up to the
Fallout
bank,
76.
Cast your line, and when your bobber starts bobbing, reel in the rewards. What do you got on there, Jed? Worms. And how are they biting today?
See for yourself.
Bagging the big fish starts with finding the right tools for the job. There are as many unique combinations of rods, reels, bobbers, and baits as there are fish in the sea. And when you've caught your fill, pop over to the local tackle shop to swap fish tails.
Ugh. Yeah, again, Fallout 76 not my deal.
No matter what troubles plague
hilarious.
the future wastelands of Appalachia, you can always find comfort in cozy little joys like this. You just gotta know where to look. Vault Life is your ticket to easy living. Design and build your own little slice of paradise.
Of course, yeah.
A place to show off all the bits and bobs you collect in your travels. Got a green thumb? Plant your own peaceful vegetable garden. And nothing warms the heart like a neighborhood cookout. Community makes a wasteland a waste home. Join today, and tomorrow you'll be kicking back and sharing a meal with friends in beautiful Appalachia.
Gone fishing. That's funny. Again, it's like I'm not really into 76, so people who are playing it, I don't know if they're gonna be shocked at that either. Whoa! Solo leveling Rise Overdrive. What? What are we doing? Oh, okay. This was yes. You need to be okay. Solo leveling the game. Honestly, it's smart. 4-player co-op. Okay. This is smart. This is smart. Go through dungeons, yeah. Is that a spoiler for the show? Is that a spoiler? Arise. Solo leveling Arise Overdrive coming fall 2025. Another one? Another one. Fall. Fall is so fucking busy, dude.
World
so
premiere.
freaking busy. Paw Print Studio presents. So cute. Oh, kitties again. Oh, little fluffy fluffs. This Pal World? This is Pal World. It would be really smart for them to make this the Pokemon of Xbox. Is it Pal World or no? It's not? It looks fake. What are you smacking the booty for? You have no thanks, Sammy. No thanks, Sammy. I love how that happens in Twitch and Kick Chat. To be honest, I don't like this at all. This is not my bag. Is it Pal World? No, Anemo. Anemo. Okay. Honestly, the gameplay looked meh.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Hey,
I just want to say thanks to everyone for all the love and support we've seen since we announced Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 a few months ago. These games have changed my life, but more than that, I've seen them help spread a love and appreciation for skating all over the world, and that means everything to me and the team. I can't wait for you all to experience the game. It's been rebuilt with so much care and attention to detail.
Honestly, 1 and 2
with some brand new parks,
was awesome.
New music, new skaters, and more.
Okay.
And you can enjoy it all with your friends with up to 8 players in multiplayer. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 officially drops July 11th, and we have a lot more surprises to come. Check out the launch trailer now.
Launch trailer? Are we launching? Oh, it's from Activision, that's why. That makes total sense. But it's gonna be cross-plat. I honestly didn't play 3 or 4 too much. I played 1 and 2 the most. And then I went into Tony Hawk's Underground, Thug. I loved Thug. Are still hella sick? What? Who says hella? Hell yeah, okay. Yeah, looks great. Oh, they got... No way! There's Bam! Bam Bam! Use a little CKY. Alright. Michelangelo? I never knew... Oh my god. In a million years, did you ever expect to see CKY with Ninja Turtles? I would have never in my life wanted to see that. That's insane. Or would have expected to see that. Doom guy? Play the demo today. Man, they love that. CKY, it's almost timeless. That first album, I really do think that first album's timeless.
World premiere.
I know Darren Miller's kind of a tough cat. Cool. From the creators of Spiritfarer. Animation looks fantastic. I love that 2D. Camilla. Little indie game showcase right here with Xbox. Got a little bit of what's his name? Alucard movement. Hemlock. Oh, interesting. Okay. Ugh. That's a cool character design, though. The devil. At Fate's End. I like that. I like that. Looks great. I do. I like it. I wish I could play more indie side-scroller action games. Man. Gears? Oh, my back. Stretch. We need a stretch. It did change gaming forever. It really did. The graphics that this game had at the time was remarkable. No, what are they doing?
Look who decided to show up.
What are they doing? Play across platforms with crossplay. Coltrane! Stay synced across devices with cross progression. That's the very first scene.
Looks like they upgraded.
Split screen co-op, baby.
Let's do this.
I miss Gridlock. You played it? Dude, I tried playing Gears Online. I got annihilated every single time.
This is gonna be awesome.
Raven Down. Is that another map? See, I don't know. I played single player Gears at the time. I never played online. 'Cause I suck. Reloaded. August 26th. 2 months. We got 2 months. I don't know if I would play that. I don't know. I've already played the first one a million times.
World premiere.
So I'm not going to play that. Like, for anybody who missed it, maybe it's important, but yeah. Looks great, though. Graphics look amazing. Graphics look amazing. I'm getting... There hasn't really been anything remarkable here, huh? On the Xbox showcase. There's games. Oh, man. What is this? Persona? Yeah, Persona 4 Revival. Okay. Dang, people love that Persona stuff. Bro is just running down the street and people are probably gonna lose their minds. They're gonna lose their minds. Xbox Game Studios presents We're almost an hour in, by the way.
The Smugglers League is always there. But you won't see us.
Sea of Thieves.
You won't hear us. And the only way you'd ever know is if that's what
Thanks for the guns. 40 years of Rare. Congratulations.
We deal in the goods others are afraid to handle. Guns, explosives.
And don't forget the rum.
It's a life of danger like no other.
Honestly,
So
congrats
I
to them
guess
for
my
Sea of
question
Thieves
is,
lasting as long as it is.
can you handle
That's awesome. I know it has a really, really awesome, dedicated fan base. A new role to play.
Getting your hands on gold is one thing, but you should know that this is what we're really after. The bigger the
Powder.
room, the better.
Discover explosive new loot.
Smugglers need to be adaptable. It's more than moving under moonlight and shadows. You should be ready to take advantage of others' misfortune.
Embark on new smuggling
Stealing, of
voyages.
course, is always an option. Just do whatever it takes to get the job done. You are pirates, after all.
You are pirates.
Welcome, my friends, to the Smugglers League.
Ah, shit. Such character, I love it.
You're paying for that.
Smugglers Tide, Season 17. August 2025. Nice little update for everybody. ROG Ally X.
World
Xbox
premiere.
World fucking premiere. Let's go.
This is ridiculous.
That was us yesterday in LA. Jesus. That was bad, man. Oh, shit. Invincible. No way.
Had enough yet?
No, Dad, not even close.
Brutal. I need to watch the show.
I hoped you'd understand why I had to do this. Accept our rule or die.
I'd like to propose a third option.
I'm not your son anymore. I'm the guy who's going to throw you off this planet for good. I trust
What are we doing here? What is it? Oh my god. What? It's a fighting game? Is this in Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat or something? Tag fighting. Can you really have enough characters to fill out an entire roster?
Need a hand? Might want to look up.
Yeah, how you like this? It's an army.
Purely based off of Invincible.
Ending you. I see it all now.
Sounds crunchy. Damn. Invincible Versus coming 2026. Whoa. PS5 as well. Whoa. That's a weird one. That's a weird one. Square Enix. Oh, wow. We're getting Final Fantasy. Wow, they're putting Final Fantasy on Xbox. Coming this winter. Cool. Also coming to Xbox.
I'm here to even the odds. Any objections?
Cool. They're getting Final Fantasy 16.
There's no one to save him now.
You will answer for what you've done.
Yeah, did this game make... That's cool, though. That's cool, man.
Come to me, Ifrit.
Did this game make a splash as much as other ones?
Valisthea cannot endure a
Cool.
second claim upon her being, but she may yet be saved.
Some cool designs. Available today! Final Fantasy 16. So I'm like, eh.
World premiere.
World premiere. Should I hold it, but I didn't eat it? Well. Sea of Thieves. No, it's... What? What is this? It's crazy. You use your light to reveal things. What a weird world. Keeper. Another October game. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. That looks like a shorter experience.
Games like Psychonauts 2 showed how Double Fine excels at creating unique and innovative experiences.
On planet.
And Keeper is no exception.
He's
looking ahead, next year marks 25 years of Xbox. It's a big milestone for the platform and franchises
He's
that
showing
you
off too.
helped
He's
build
like,
and
look at
made
me.
popular.
Freaking
We couldn't
killing
have
it,
done
bro.
this
I'm in the
without
gym,
everyone who's been
losing
with
weight.
us on this journey. As we
You
think
guys
about
shame me
bringing
so
a
much.
new generation of players to these iconic franchises, I'm excited to share that players will get to celebrate 25 years of Xbox with a new Fable, the next Forza, Gears of War E-Day, and the return of a classic that's been with us since the beginning. Today, you've seen an incredible range of games from creators across the globe.
Meat Boy 3D is cool.
Creators
Ninja Gaiden,
like
yeah.
In Exile, reaching for new heights with Clockwork Revolution.
Is this it?
Slugafly, making Team Meat's modern classic platformer into 3D. Square
Which is
Enix,
cool, Meat Boy.
bringing more of the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy franchise to our players. And Team Ninja, returning to the beloved series they debuted on Xbox. You've also seen the next Xbox hardware release, our Xbox Ally handheld, which lets you bring your
I'm curious
Xbox
the price point.
experience and
What's
your
the price point of that
library
thing?
with you anywhere.
That's
I
the
hope
big
you
difference.
enjoyed the breadth and depth of the games, updates, and experiences that are coming to Xbox from our partners and our own creative teams. We're seeing more players on our platform and in our games than ever.
On our platform.
Thanks to all of you.
I wonder if
We're
that
proud
includes
of the
PC.
creativity that Obsidian is delivering this year. Immediately
Yeah,
after
Obsidian's
Showcase,
3.
our direct begins. where you'll go inside the studio for an extended look at The Outer Worlds 2 and Grounded 2. Thanks for joining us today. But before we get into the direct, we have a final world premiere. Enjoy.
Superman. Look at this Superman. No way. Is it Superman? I saw Superman. Premiere. No, okay. Butterfly, what are we doing?
Welcome to the Guild. We have been expecting you. Please, follow me. You already know us as a global tech leader. Our software, our systems, combined with our skilled team, is designed to save lives. Your
see, the robot
years
looked
of
familiar.
service have shown you the importance of our work. Here, you'll witness the global scope of that mission in action. Let me introduce you to our esteemed visionary.
For too long, we have been bound by outdated systems, accepting limitations instead of redefining them. The Guild is safeguarding tomorrow, now. We are pioneering the future of protection worldwide. Our advancements are designed to elevate everyday life, reshaping the future of technology on a global scale. I'm Emma Kagan, CEO of the Guild.
Quantum Break? I never played the first one either. This went a lot differently than I was expecting. But Milo, what's his name? Ventimiglia? I think that's his name.
Fear is a powerful thing. David Mason.
What?
Menendez.
What? Menendez? Black Ops? Black Ops 7. Oh my god. We're in the future. Wow. Wow. Oh, I don't know how to feel about that. Menendez. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh man, so shit. I don't know. That was a weird show. That was a weird show. I'm gonna let this play for a second. I'm gonna use the restroom. Use the restroom real quick and we'll be right back. How are you doing the Joker dance? I'm gonna kick it back over here actually.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. We here at the studio have joked around that this has been the year of Obsidian, with Avowed releasing early this year and now ending the year with 2 more games. And what better way to cap this incredible year for us than by doing what our studio does best, sequels.
That's where I come in. You can get out of here, Fergus. Thank you so much. No, you're doing great. You nailed it. The sequel is the lifeblood of every great franchise. Think about it. The original creates the world and builds fandom, but the sequel, that's what makes it worth remembering. No sequel, no hoverboard. No sequel, no dual SMGs. No sequel, no Raccoon Tail. No sequel, no Zune 2. Which doesn't really exist, but I wish it had.
There was a Zune 2.
There was a Zune 2? I'm Mark, the head of sequels here at Obsidian, and I have sequelized everything. Blockbuster movies to AAA video games to my first marriage, so trust me, I know what I'm doing. Come along on this journey with me. Part 2.
Let the killing commence.
The Outer Worlds 2 is a sequel to The Outer Worlds 1. It's a continuation of the themes of robber barons in space and how people are controlled by the stories they're told by the people who have power over them. This time we're able to go a lot deeper because we have more time and money, which is a great thing, and we're able to make it a much more true Obsidian reactive RPG than we were the first time around. So we're going deeper and more complex with everything for this sequel. Deeper story, lore, RPG interactions, reactivity, all the things we've been known for as a company. It's really a complete realization of everything people want from an Obsidian game. Surprisingly, this is the first time in over 25 years that I've had the chance to do a full sequel for a world that I helped co-create. It's really just a fantastic opportunity to explore and expand the universe in interesting ways, and to go even further with the themes of how people are affected by living in a dystopian corporate reality.
You can shoot your way through it, you can talk your way through it, you can sneak your way through it. And so no matter what kind of play style that you like, this is just an awesome franchise and an awesome game to jump into, even if it's your first one.
The first Outer Worlds was a great base to start from, as it has all the elements of a great Obsidian RPG. Interesting characters, deep worlds, important choices. In The Outer Worlds 2, not only did we want to double down on those elements, but we wanted to give players even more of it.
We've also put a lot of investment into skills and traits that impact things like combat, conversations, and areas that we call RPG interactions, which are the part of the world where players can use their specific skills, perks, and backgrounds to solve problems in unique ways in our new, bigger worlds.
I love a deep RPG experience, and building out that RPG crunchiness for our players was at the forefront of what we set out to create. We prioritize those deeper RPG options with different character builds and combos so players can express their role-playing power fantasies. We also have different equipment options for different playstyles and different companions with different abilities. In the first Outer Worlds, you start off as the Stranger, which was basically a blank slate to build on top of with various attribute points that would begin to define your personal experience in the game. You can make any kind of character you want, but we've given you a role. That role is an Earth Directorate agent. You can think of them as kind of like space cowboys or space sky marshals. They're the good guys that go into places and kind of fix everything that's wrong. You're gonna be one of those. But we don't tell you why you joined the Earth Directorate. There could have been a lot of different reasons, right? It could have been because you're an actual lawbringer and you want to go in there and spread law throughout the galaxy. It could be that you're a roustabout and you just had nothing better to do. After you pick your background, one of the really important choices you have next is choosing your traits. While we had attributes in the first Outer Worlds, we've leaned into traits for the Outer Worlds 2, which are these big changes to your character depending on which ones you pick. So it could be something like Brilliant, where you can tag extra skills and you start getting extra skill points. And that's obviously really great if that's how you want to build your character. You can also go and do something like Lucky, where you get extra critical chance, and you also get a lot of really cool options throughout the game as well. Of course, we brought back Dumb, so players love the Dumb option.
Tell me, do you believe in signs? Not quite what I meant, but I like your contempt for boundaries. I could put your adventure spirit to good use.
You get like lots of really cool, fun conversation options in the game, but we took that even further. And again, there's lots of elements in the game where you can be dumb and use that for something. Could be something as simple as banging on a machine to get it to work. After you've invested in some of your traits, your next choices are going to be choosing your skills. The skills themselves basically allow you to build on your playstyle and what your character is doing in the game. That will be everything from playing stealthily to speccing for an explosive specialty. Throughout your entire journey, your character continues to change with the different choices you make. In the Outer Worlds 1, actually had more skills than we have, so we condensed them down to really the core and essence of what we really wanted there. But we made each point that you put into a skill much more impactful. So instead of getting small percentage changes, we actually did much larger changes per point that you put into each skill. And again, all these things, because of how they're checked inside the world itself, can matter quite a bit. You know, just even having one additional skill point in something can open up a lot more options in the world itself. If anybody's played Fallout New Vegas, they'll be very familiar with like the perk system. We basically borrowed that, but went even grander. We actually have more perks than Fallout New Vegas did. But here's the cool thing, right? We check and use perks for literally everything, right? So you can do everything from, hey, I want to make a stealthy build that steals stuff and is really good at that.
I should have been
Okay,
watching.
great. Well, you can take maybe the
Missed it.
pickpocketing perk. So that's not available to everybody, but if you select that, now you can actually go around and steal things out of people's pockets.
I mean, this game looks entirely more interesting than frickin' Avowed. I'm sorry, it does.
There's another perk called Heavy Handed, right? Where say you're a melee person, what this does
Looks
is now
way
your
better than
power attacks
Avowed.
that you use actually knock people down.
Like this game universe has
I
charm,
really like
has
serial killer
character.
perk. As you start killing people, they will drop hearts. And you can take those hearts, and essentially you're taking these trophies, you could say, and it's actually giving you a permanent health bonus every time you do it. We have this perk called Assassin. Now, this is an early game perk that you can take, which every time you stealth attack an enemy, you're actually gonna get a movement
Looks
bonus
great.
for
Look
a
at
certain
that.
amount of time.
That looks great.
Flaws were a system that everybody loved from the first game, but we wanted to make it more personal to the player. We wanted it to really reflect how you were playing the game and give you a bonus that you actually wanted to really engage with.
With the flaw system returning, we knew we needed to go bigger, better, and
Does this
more
guy work for
real than
Obsidian
ever
now?
before. So, we turned to the team.
Is
I
he an
told them,
actor?
no bad ideas. Give me what you got. Okay, we need more flaws. We need them to be real. I want to put them in the game, so give me something. Inspiration. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I have bad knees.
You got bad knees? They hurt when you walk a lot?
Yes.
When you walk too much, they hurt?
No cartilage.
Sounds boring. Makes you sound like a boring person, but it's in the game.
I know it.
It's a good flaw. What about you?
I like to take small things sometimes.
So you're stealing.
No, I'm taking.
When do you give them back?
I don't.
Claire. You shouldn't be stealing. What are you doing? You shouldn't be stealing, Claire.
Tiny crimes.
Tiny crimes? Do you hear the second part, though? It's a crime.
Well,
You're stealing. Claire, that's wrong. You can't steal things, okay? But it's an amazing flaw, and I'm putting it in the game. But you're a bad person. And are you the one that took my stapler?
do you need it?
Yeah. Give it back,
Okay.
please. You, what do we got? Flaw.
I like to stare at the sun.
How long did you stare at the sun?
Just lunch break.
An hour?
Oh, I only get 30. You guys get an hour?
I get an hour.
An hour.
Oh. Makes me feel energized.
How many fingers am I holding up?
3?
No. Anything else? We'll put it in the game. We'll put it in the game because I feel bad for you. Anything else?
One of my favorite flaws is something called bad knees. We'll actually
Literally
give you
has
the
bad
option to take
knees.
this flaw that'll make it so that you move faster throughout the game. But the problem is, anytime you stand up, your knees are going to make a loud popping noise that makes it so that, well, everyone around you is going to hear you.
That's hilarious.
There's one called Kleptomaniac. This is really interesting because what it does is when you steal something, you can actually sell it for more bits than normal. And like that sounds really great. The drawback is sometimes when you're looking at things in the world that are owned by somebody else, you'll automatically steal them. So you have to be very careful about how you use them.
One of our more wacky perks is the Sun Gazer Flaw, and it just gives everyone cataracts while playing their game. So everything becomes like light shafts and blooms and hazes, and makes the game pretty unplayable if you happen to choose that perk.
If you happen to be the type of player that habitually reloads your weapons like I do, well, you'll be offered the flaw of over-prepared. Now, you'll get larger magazine sizes on all of your weapons, but if you ever fully empty your magazine, you're going to take a debuff for a while.
Oh my god.
While we support options like being a gunslinger who wants to key into destructive weapons, or a rogue who wants to alpha strike their enemies before they know what hit them, we also allow for a lot of fun and experimental builds. You can be a mad scientist who utilizes gadgets and wacky science weapons and armors. Or even a psychopath who gains permanent bonuses to health by murdering their friends.
Nothing shows the impact of these character build options better than, in my opinion, the bridge area, which has a quest you get early on in Paradise Island. Not only do you kind of encounter this very early, and it's a very core one to the story, but it really expresses our philosophy of allowing the player to solve problems in a bunch of ways. So you may solve it by, speech options. You may talk to them and maybe have to go do a quest for them and really kind of prove that you're a friend of the Protectorate to get by.
I may have need of your help, stranger, if you are ready to seize an opportunity to show fealty to the Protectorate.
You could go guns blazing and you could just take everyone out inside the POI, lower the bridge itself, and kind of get across. You could sneak in, lower the bridge, and then actually sneak in under the bridge to get over to the other side. You can bypass the bridge entirely if you found like certain gadgets, like the shield gadget that protects you from poison gas.
Honestly, this game does look really good.
Or the double jump boots, which kind of allow you to jump across the chasm and
I'm entirely more interested in Outer Worlds.
There's even a really kind of messed up way, right? Which is players can actually sacrifice one of their companions. Their companion who they just found is part of.
We're no different than the Vrees if we start tossing our own to the rats.
Oops.
I sure as law ain't gonna follow someone who can't see the wrong in it.
All right.
I must admit, I'm surprised we can come to an understanding. But I thank you for your loyalty, stranger.
Doing some comments.
As promised, you shall have clearance to cross this bridge.
It's such a fun quest, but again, it really showcases that we want you to be able to solve this in whatever way you want to.
No.
When you build your character your way, we're there for you. We really want you to have the experience that you want to have out of this.
Just no chance we get anything.
From the very beginning of our discussions about the Outer Worlds, we really knew we wanted every game to take place in a different colony. This lets us expand on all aspects of the universe. Every colony can be its own thing with its own flavor, and we can center them around anything we want. Any ideas or setting we're interested in.
So I'm not sure if I want to keep watching. And so honestly, I'm already bought in. Like it's coming out to Game Pass. I'm fine with it. So let's continue doing some comments though. So these are your comments on the Andor video, and they're actually some new ones on my new short that just came out. So it's unfortunate it cost $650 million to create. Just no chance we see anything of Andor's quality ever again for a long time. Yeah, it's gonna tough to get that type of funding ever again, for sure. Would love to see what they can do on a tighter budget though. Really would. This is the Star Wars quality we thought we'd get with Disney initially thought. Star Wars for sure. The thing is, Andor does not depend on pew pew gear porn and fan service to work, yet it definitely handles them all. It has it for those who want it for sure. Like Andor's rifle. Tragically, rape is a daily occurrence used as a weapon of war, terror. For sure, is to be offered, is to be offended by it is the point. Not that the show dared to upset its audience, but that we must be enraged. Evil treatment of our human family members The exploration of abuse at the agents of tyrannical governments as a reason for rebelling in the first place is the point of Andor. I thought it was brilliantly done, not only show the horror of fascism, but also because Bix ultimately triumphs. Yeah, I get all this, but at the same time, but it didn't upset me too much, but I think it was, and still is, a hot button issue with the series, with certain people liking both sides. With certain people picking sides in the debate versus discussing I'm gonna kick it over to Best of Mattel? Interesting. I'm gonna listen to some of these. It was just my release radar, but now let's listen to something like this. Versus discussing it in the universe of Star Wars at all. I know sexuality was explored more in the novels, but not so much live action or this format at all. Let's see. I think with it in universe now, it is Pandora's box and can never be put back. It could taint past events in a new light. Thanks again for the thoughts. Hope to see you another time. Okay, so John Rafferty, as someone who was rather neutral with the sequels, didn't care much for them, but wasn't insulted by them either now, I find myself liking them far less from the sacrifices. After the sacrifice of these characters, basically meaningless cause after the Empire, yes. Exactly. After all that these characters sacrificed, it is turned around with the First Order and everything in the sequels in like 30 years. In about 30 years. It sucks. Agreed. All right. You're gonna get a thumb up. I'm gonna do a pray. Okay. There's so many comments. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. We got this. I rewatched Star Wars: A New Hope after Andor and Rogue One, and it was nowhere as good as I remember watching it as a 10-year-old. The acting was bad, a lot of overacting, like watching teen actors in a Disney Kids and Nickelodeon production. The action sequences were comical and fighting scenes were awkward. The way Leia held a blaster with both hands close to her chest when shooting was comical. The funniest was when Han Solo shot at a group of 6 stormtroopers along a corridor. One stormtrooper fell backwards theatrically, the other 5 were startled, cartoon style, and ran away, with Han Solo giving chase. 5 stormtroopers in armor and rifles running away from one Han Solo with a pistol? I think he had the E11 blaster at that point. I don't think he had a pistol. I don't know. Then there was the death of Luke Skywalker's aunt and uncle. There was hardly any show of grief. He moved on to the next scene as if nothing ever happened. Even worse was the destruction of Alderaan, Leia barely showing any emotion. The final scene of Luke and Han being awarded medals was silly. What was the point of the award, especially after the destruction of Alderaan and Luke's foster parents? Everyone looked really happy. It's like a scene from the Goonies. And didn't Chewbacca get a medal too? He didn't. He was an equal partner in Han Solo and not his pet. Don't get me started with the silly garbage chute and trash compactor scene. How did Leia know that there was a garbage chute right beside where they were cornered? Why would a potential escape route be built into the Briggs? And finally, the editing was choppy and sudden, reminiscent of the 1950s Batman and Robin TV series. Watching it again, Star Wars is indeed meant for 12-year-olds. If you gauge the quality of the movie based on the storytelling, acting, cinematography, editing, movie sets, costumes, directing, music, etc., Andor is clearly the best Star Wars production ever by a comfortable margin. For sure. For sure it is, and that is what I'm talking about in this. I'm definitely talking about in this review. It is hands down the best thing. It is hands down the best thing they've made. I will say though, A New Hope is special to me for introducing me. Whole series, whole franchise. But it does have the charm that a Flash Gordon episode would have. Which is what he was going for. Then Empire took it a different direction. Which everyone loves. As the season went along, I was terrified. This is by Facili Merrick. As the season went along, I was terrified Tony Gilroy would succumb to the weakness of Kathleen Kennedy and have Darth Vader camo. Bravo, Tony. I'm gonna like that one. If you aren't too deep in the original trilogy high, then it truly is the best Star Wars. Sure. I totally disagree with you about Arc 1. Oh, there's lots here. So this is Real Lord Future. I totally disagree with you about Arc 1, though not as good as the other arcs. It showed us two important things. One, when a person is given ultimate power, the likelihood is that the person will abuse that power. After all, you don't have to look very far in real life to see a list of people, powerful people, who use that power to SA people, not to forget that R has been used as a tool of warfare since ancient Greek times. Probably before that, even. Probably before that. The Maya Pei Brigade showed us an alternate future where there was no Luther to build networks or Mon Mothma for leadership. The Rebellion Alliance dies from infighting. Not possible, you say. May I remind you of that scene from Rogue One where Jyn Erso confirms the existence of the Death Star, where counsels the suggestion surrender. You also forgot to give props to Caroline Blackison, who played Mon Mothma, for sure. Credit goes to her, absolutely. And I get that was the point of Arc 1, to show that they can fail and lose. And without certain people, they are doomed. I agree that was the point of the arc, in showing how even more evil the Empire is. But still, I didn't like enjoy the portrayal of them here and what these rebels were up to. Like, they weren't even caring about fighting the Empire. They just wanted the ship. Imagine this is from Gus G. Imagine a spin-off with Wilmon, Clea, and Vel during the Galactic Civil War doing missions for Draven. The OT skipped years of galactic conflict, especially the Battle of Sullust, the bloodiest battle of the war, which resulted in the victory and the discovery of the second Death Star. There is so much content to be made in this. There really is a lot of content to be made in this time in Star Wars, the Galactic Rebellion. And maybe that would be the best thing, is the Band of Brothers 10-episode series going through all these battles that are in these novels and stuff, or in the lore, and showing them these battles on a grand scale, that kind of thing. But then carrying through with a group of characters in the company that we like. So, I'm saying there's so much content to be made for this. Imagine following a group of soldiers through the war, seeing these battles and having them written wonderfully. I think there is so much potential. Okay, next one is from John Lives on the Isle of Mano? Don't know what that is. The first act where Andor takes the TIE Fighter is set on Yavin. It's showing the leftover rebels from the first series that Luther left to the Empire, and showing us Yavin just before they start building the base, so although it's boring, it's very relevant. Sure. Without the original trilogy, we have nothing. In the 70s, when it was made, it changed the entire movie experience from that day onwards, so if you compare it in that respect, the OG wins for me. But this is the best made since the OG. Oh, for sure. I'm saying Star Wars, the first movie, A New Hope, we wouldn't have anything without it. We wouldn't have anything without it. And it's still... Honestly, if you watch the Trench Run, it still has that speed, the tension. It still has all of that to me. The representation of speed and lots of tension that lasts to this day. And with 70s tech, that was awesome. I give it major props. Okay, so we got next one from Smile the Planet. Andor is a masterpiece, but calling this the best Star Wars somehow gets me offended. If I had to choose between the first 6 movies and Andor, I would choose the movies, without any doubt. The old movies have been doing very well without Andor, but what would Andor been without the movies? For me, huge part in Andor always has been that behind all that, Emperor Palpatine was pulling the strings, and that soon a young farm boy would save the galaxy. Don't forget that Andor uses tons of stuff which was created in the original trilogy. Oh, for sure. Andor rides on the lore and universe that those movies made. I would still argue that the quality of story and characters we are getting from this, though, is beyond compare. So while those did the hard work of universe building, this one does the work with characters. Good thoughts here, though. One comment underneath that, I think Andor stands on its own just fine, independent of the OT or even Rogue One. Sure, knowing it's building it up to the Death Star adds a certain element to everything, but even without that knowledge and just wondering where everyone is going, the series still holds up ridiculously well. I know someone who's never watched OT and still thinks Andor is incredible. So this one's from Circuazao, no idea, 99. I don't think Saw was being honest about his crew member, the Ridium guy, being a traitor. Felt forced, like a cover-up because he didn't know how the guy wasn't confident. Seemed scared, unsure of himself, and was trying to convince Saw to spare Wilman's life. Meanwhile, Saw kept saying congratulating Wilman for being brave and ballsy, even when he kept saying, I've done it many times, I'm sure of it. And when they first met, Wilman said something that made Saw go, look, the boy was very brave. I don't know, I think the guy was a traitor. I don't think the guy was a traitor. Saw just wanted a better equipped crew member. Oh yeah, I've seen this a couple times too. I may have to rewatch it. It may be one of those unspoken things. And it would be too easy for him to be a traitor. And Saw not liking him would be a Tony Gilroy writing for sure. Okay, I don't think we're almost done. Man, there's so many comments in here. Good God. Oh, we're almost done. Sweet. Sir, whatever. And is it me or did that statue appear to resemble how the Wills were depicted in the last season of Clone Wars? No freaking way. That's awesome. The greatest critics of the show have exposed themselves that they either just didn't watch the show or didn't pay attention. The Star Wars girl being an example. I saw just a few clips of her take on the show, and it was very apparent that she did not, that if she did watch the show, she went into looking things and nitpick and complain about. And then Roscoe, that was Sir Flappington. This is Roscoe was here. For someone with Star Wars in their username, she sure doesn't know much about the franchise. Not sure. I really haven't. Talking about this. Yeah, I don't really get into the drama scene. I have a couple people that I watch after I post my thoughts. But that's it. Okay, so this is Infamous. So we like Kathleen Kennedy now? She is responsible for Andor. No, it's not real Star Wars, but she has a fan base and they love Andor. I can say that I still don't like Kathleen. Her mismanagement of the franchise will be studied throughout time. I like putting a bit Can I translate this? This is in Spanish, I think. Let me see, Spanish. Surely for you, real Star Wars is the ridiculous wedding between Padme and Anakin, Dexter Jettster's Cafeteria, or the mediocre, downright bad novels, or the extended universe. Andor is a slap to the face to every Disney hater. What? Downright bad novels. Damn. So damn, that's an opinion for sure. Agree, Andor makes all the movies look frivolous, all of them. For me, though, season 2 is better than 1. Not sure why you limited this. Okay, so 1's better than 2. He did the wrong way. The TIE theft felt too Anakin and Android droid ship. And the rebels using rock, paper, scissors had me terrified this season would be a Disney pile of crap. Luckily, things pulled together well. Rick's Road is legendary. For sure. I was worried as well with episode 1. With Arc 1, S2. But they were able to pull me in with Foreman. That was amazing. Insane. A bunch of little Star Wars boys who can't handle mature content is alarming. Mostly because these little boys are in their 20s and 30s, and a few much older reactionaries are inherently immature, and I shouldn't have been surprised at coming from mature content, meaning the rape, attempted rape. I know there were battle lines online drawn because certain people didn't like it. For me, it's Pandora's box. I mean, I know we had a brothel in season 1. I'm not an idiot. But I think this is still different. For the universe and events that happen before and after. So that's why I think they could have gotten the same thing without going there. Gotten Bix to the same point without going there. And I'm gonna do a shruggy. Whew. I will say, okay, this is from HK. I will say about Bix in the beginning of her arc this season on Minu Rao. Sexual assault is a very heavy topic, and I understand not wanting to see it in the media we experience, but I have two main counterpoints. This is a long-ass one. Perfect. Firstly, it's fine not to include all the horrors of war if you're making one movie a season of TV, but if your franchise has wars in the name, you've made 11 movies and somehow many seasons of TV and refuse to address it, reflects our society's attitude towards SA, and it's simply an attempt to ignoring the difficult realities. Secondly, the show is very political, and we live in a society that has a very lukewarm approach to sexual violence. In our modern society, victims of this kind of violence are often too afraid or ashamed to come forth and seek justice for the crimes committed against them, and when they do come out, they are often met with dismissal, reasonable levels of skepticism, or even ridicule. This is a topic that should absolutely not be something that you can easily ignore, but if it's not talked about in art, then it becomes easy to ignore. Yeah, it is a good thing that this scene makes people uncomfortable. Sexual violence should make everyone feel uncomfortable. Hopefully, people can channel that discomfort into something productive. I don't want to see the ugly sides of the world to be out of sight, out of mind, because ignorance leads to inaction. TLDR, a franchise about war with so many movies and shows just can't ignore the aspect of war, and it is necessary for people to think about this topic more often to prevent tacit approval of it. Okay. And this scene was not even as visceral as it could have been. Like, watch the movie Welcome Home, showing genocide, slavery, child armies, dismemberment is okay, but not sex. People's sense and sensibilities are skewed. Okay. HK says, I say this carefully as I've never been a victim of sexual violence, so I don't consider myself an authority on this. I do think it's very visceral. We have many close-up shots of the struggle, and the fight is ugly. It's not slick. It doesn't look choreographed. We can very clearly see that Bix is in serious danger. At one point, the officer is literally dragging her towards a bed. But it is not voyeuristic. The main criticism I see online is people who critique inclusions of sexual assault in media is that we oftentimes voyeuristic. In some cases, borderline pornographic. Like, the almost always female victim is very quickly being undressed, and you have creepy shots of her body and other things of that nature. I might be arguing over semantics here because you might interpret the word visceral differently from me, but yeah, the viscerality of the scene probably also heavily depends on the viewer. I can easily imagine that someone who has been a victim of sexual assault could easily be yes, 100%. Yeah, it was violent, yes, but nothing overtly sexual ever happened. It was an attempt, but the dude got clobbered before he did anything. The scene was put there to make people feel uncomfortable because the world isn't about everything pleasant. I'd say they succeeded. They did. That's fine. Honestly, I rewatched A New Hope after Andor, and it's showing its age considerably. It's much more difficult to watch these days. I rewatched Empire Strikes Back, but I suspect Andor plus Rogue One is the new king, for sure. Pointless it may seem, the first episode of the season may be. The writers attempting to establish that the rebellion, yes. Really don't get why Americans have a problem with sexual assault in a war setting, but don't flinch at any other violence. Sexual assault and rape have been primary means of warfare since the beginning of history. Invading armies were often encouraged to engage in such behavior, a number of reasons, among them destroying social bonds, watering down ethnic identity, breaking down resistance by breaking the conquered people. That Andor scene was totally the right choice, especially since Bix coming out victorious. Yeah. Puritan stranglehold. Okay, whatever. Star Wars fans who are very particular that they want from a Star Wars show or movie. Some of the Star Wars fans are extremely entitled and very narrow mindset. Okay. Yeah, don't show this in my Star Wars, in particular theme among Empire fans. Well, your Star Wars is always a story where one side, the Empire, was inspired by some of the worst regimes in history. Slavery, racism, suppression of the gender, as well as not... What? Of gender as well, not a lot of females in power in the Empire. Okay, propaganda is part of it. Always has been watch A New Hope. Pay attention when the Empire high ranks talk among each other. Clone Wars, while nice kids show, Padawans are child soldiers. The introduction recaps at the start of the episode deliberately in the Nazi-style Newsweek propaganda. Well, it's actually just it's a newsreel. I wouldn't say it's Newsweek. Nazi Newsweek. I think they meant newsreel. Whatever you name, Michel's. Why? Because the Republic and thus their army transformed into the Empire. Star Wars is always political, as always has been. Heck, the inspiration for the Rebels was the Viet Cong. Yeah, sorta. He says it, but a long time ago. So totally agree, the show does the right thing. It shows what happens when fascist armies send officers with I'm a superior mindset out there. Ignoring this reality of war occupation would be a greater sin. Okay. Not all of us Americans, just some, right? I mean, there are more replies. Wow, this is a big one. I mean, did they have to do it? No. Did they have to have Tay Kalma get murdered? No. Did they have to have the Gorman Massacre? No. They could have done everything another way than they did. It wasn't done for shock value. It wasn't done to titillate. It was consistent with the brutal reality that the show was going for across all of its arcs, especially in the second season. The show makes violence feel very real and scary. Yeah, Star Wars is not made for all ages. Star Wars is not made for all ages, not just men over 40. Interesting. Lucas would disagree. I've watched and listened to a dozen Andor reviews, and this is the first one that objected to the attempted rape scene. Definitely a minority opinion. Maybe I could have explained it a little bit better. That's fine. The original Star Wars shows the charred corpses of Luke's aunt and uncle lying outside their homes in like the first 20 minutes, okay? Violence from Death Stars or lightsabers or stormtroopers are distant and fantastical dangers. Being forced into sex by coercion or force is reality, so no longer easily palatable escapism for Norwegians. What? Has to be a minority opinion because slave Leia existed. Twi'leks in bikinis chained to poles, forced to dance on said pole. Anakin's mom being tied up in a male Tusken Raider hut. SA and sex slaves has always been in George Lucas's era. What up, triggering opinions? I see you. I see you. I'm in the every story can be a Star Wars story camp. I care only that it is good. Even if it's kiddie, I won't be upset. I just won't watch. But if it's marketed to me but sucks like Kenobi, I'll be mad. Andor was so good and a huge breath of fresh air. Never had anything like it. It can be as different, challenging as adult as it wants, just to be good and give it a real shot. Yeah, for sure. Seeing both sides of the argument, to be honest, but I find it funny that it's a discussion when millions of nerds have rubbed one out to Leia's Episode 6 costume. Jesus. Okay, Whiskey. 100%, I like to think that Bix would use this experience. There you go. That's what I was thinking.
And Tony Moore did not need to write about rape. It's the blue eye, all the other.
We've never had rape and sexuality like that in Star Wars before. So we've had a bikini, but it would have been just different. Yes, it's a kiss.
It's not a true blood type scenario. And so I don't understand the need to go from not having any sexual relations in most Disney productions to now introducing rape.
Yep.
There needs to be some
gradation.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like True Blood, you had sex the first episode when a rape took place. You weren't like, oh my god. Same thing with Games of Thrones.
Yeah. Very first, I mean, Daenerys was maritably raped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney does.
Wonder how many times we can say this word.
Disney does anything sexual very awkward because that's not what they started off as a company.
Yeah.
They don't know how to handle adult property. Very obvious.
Yeah. To me, it wasn't fitting with the theme of the entire franchise.
It feels out of place.
But people are like, it's a part of war. How do you feel about that?
It wasn't always a part of war. It's great.
Well, I mean,
it became a part of war when patriarchy decided to go for the trajectory again.
But that's what people are saying is that you have a show that's called Wars, but then you don't depict every facet of war. That's another weird question to ask, yeah.
Once again,
why do you need to see it?
It's a male-based type of situation, and some people need to be honest that they like it.
People are saying you need to see it because it is a force of reality that people need to be more educated on.
But Disney is not doing a good job educating on rape. Watch Law and Order True Crime.
Yeah.
It's like Disney doesn't have the band. Do you think Games of Thrones also educated on rape?
No, it didn't.
No, exactly. Now it's just
she was able to win him over.
Do you guys realize that some people actually have a fetish for seeing women
I know they do.
And that's the only reason that it pops up half the time.
Yeah, exactly.
There's never any goal to the plot point.
That's what some of them are saying. Like this scene, it wasn't shot in like a voyeuristic manner. It was shot more so brutally, like it's a fight. It's more of a drag out fight. But there's scenes where he is pulling her towards a bed, and that's insinuation. Yeah,
have you ever seen
that's true.
The 1970 version of I Spit on Your Grave?
Yep, that's true.
30-minute rape scene doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's true.
It's voyeuristic. Ask women if they want to do that.
Yeah, probably triggers a lot. Probably triggers a lot of women.
That's why I got off of Outlander. How many times?
Jeez. Yeah. I'm just streaming this really quick. I'm almost done with the comments. I'm just answering all the comments from the video. Then we can make some lunch. It's up to you. It really bothers me that so many people, especially Termini Online, take such offense to anything sexual. The fact that everyone shortens it further stigmatizes it, that people don't even want to talk about it anymore. It really sucks for actual victims of these acts, because everyone's saying SA.
Is that a man or a woman make that?
I mean, the username is Roscoe was here, so no idea.
My thing is this: as a woman, you are not getting the true
Representation of it, yeah.
and recognition of rape via Star Wars. So it's a false equivalence.
Yeah.
Especially because of Star Wars fan base is not majority women.
Yeah.
And I can tell you as a woman myself, looking at the scene, I was not moved and I didn't feel further educated about rape.
Did I show you it?
I looked at it.
Oh, you saw it? Okay. Okay.
Like no one, like we don't look to Star Wars for you to tell us about rape.
No. I just think people like defending stuff that. So what happened was there's a big YouTuber, Star Wars Theory, and he is seen as like a right-wing figure now, but he came out against it and he's like, this isn't Star Wars. He said something really dumb too. I don't agree with it at all. He's like, Darth Vader and the Empire wouldn't have signed on to a rape. Like, if Darth Vader knew that this officer was doing this to a person, they would be killed. Basically, he thinks that Darth Vader is evil, but he is some type of honor still. And so what happened was a lot of people don't like him, so they started drawing these battle lines because they don't like him. That's what happened.
In my like, he said it media, in my opinion, but it's like from what I saw with Star Wars, just because somebody is evil doesn't mean they're great.
Well, I mean, like he genocides people all the time. Like he went back to Tatooine and took out an entire camp. Like he kills people willy-nilly. He chokes them to death, but then the rape. Yeah, I don't think Anakin raped.
That's a different need.
Yeah, I'm curious. What would happen if Darth Vader knew that someone was doing that?
So Disney has to set that up for you.
Yeah, it's weird.
So the original trilogy did not depict people raping.
No.
And it didn't even.
They showed slave Leia though.
Yeah.
So she was wearing a bikini, a metal bikini.
Yeah.
So there's some insinuation of that.
Insinuation.
Yeah.
But yeah. It don't fit. It makes more sense. I'm like,
I mean, even then.
Because back in the day, that's what y'all used to do to white women.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Game of Thrones more so, but Lord of the Rings maybe.
That literally fits it.
Yeah.
So to me, you cannot fast forward your way into the franchise. You have to lay the groundwork for it. Y'all couldn't pick romance.
This happens with figures of authority all the time and extremely natural for the setting of an oppressive regime. Star Wars deals with genocide, slaughter of children, but rape is too much.
When I watched Star Wars, I didn't get genocide.
I mean, that's episode 3. You get slaughtering of children.
It just seems like they were fighting. But the thing is, they're not understanding. No, we get that rape back. It's the way it was portrayed. We went to imply to pull on the scenario.
The problem they have is that the man is clearly wrong and the woman can't be blamed. That is what makes them so angry.
What?
I have no idea.
So now you're turning it.
We have a very prudish culture. I think you can mostly blame the Calvinism that informs much of our culture. In many ways, we make the Victorians seem almost hedonistic.
No, this is incorrect. Y'all need to stop putting us all into this. In my culture, it's normal to have orgies and stuff. It's y'all.
Maybe it's because it reminds them that they voted for a rapist president. Okay, Ventus.
Okay, so this is why y'all will not be able to fix your media.
Okay, I understand this.
Because there's too much extreme going on. It's like those are false equivalents.
Yeah.
I really want them to actually pick up a book that's not European focused and see that rape actually didn't happen all that much before y'all popped on the plane. It was matriarchal. would die if you tried to touch you the wrong way. Rape is a man's choice. But women don't necessarily do that when we're in war.
Right. And we're almost, I thought we were almost done, but we have a lot more. So we might have to continue this on a different time. Oh, we gotta hop off. We got more to do. We got lots of videos to make. We have some reactions to the Summer Games Fest. We have reactions to PlayStation and now the Xbox One. So we will see you tonight, later tonight in 7 hours or so. We're gonna be playing some Dune Awakening. So feel free to tune in then. We'll see you tonight.